Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Schluntz Gym on the campus of Brookline High School in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you tonight's Bay State Conference High School Varsity Girls Basketball Contest between the visiting Red Hawks of Natick High School and the hosting Brookline High Warriors. Brookline coming into this game still searching for their first win after falling to Framingham in the season opener on Tuesday, 68-34, and then losing at home against non-conference opponent Lincoln Sudbury yesterday by a final score of 41-26. Now hoping for a more favorable result here against their Bay State Conference rival in the Natick Red Hawks. This should be a good one. So folks, if you end up enjoying this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and also be sure to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming sports live streams. Obviously the streams for this girls basketball team are unlisted, so not sure how much subscribing will help with that, but can help you stay up to date with some of the other sports I stream throughout this season and the many sports I stream in the other seasons. Just for one example, I'm going to be back on the air tomorrow afternoon for some girls ice hockey action between these same two schools, as the Brookline Warriors girls hockey team will be hosting Natick at Walter Brown Arena tomorrow at 3 p.m. So if you're interested, be sure to stay tuned for that. Subscribing to the channel can help. And then as always, I encourage audience participation in the live chat. You know, if you want to give some support to your favorite team, could be a message as simple as Go Brookline, or maybe you want to shout out your favorite player if you're tuning in to watch a family member or a friend. You can always leave a note for that. If you want to let us know where it is you're tuning in from, you know, that can sometimes be fun to hear with these online live streams that can be watched all over the world. And if you notice any technical difficulties, I encourage you to speak up and say something, maybe something I don't notice on my end, and it might be something I can fix pretty easily. And then if you notice me botching the pronunciation of anyone's names on either team, I encourage you to let me know. I want to give these young ladies the best coverage I possibly can, and to me, part of that means getting their names right. And on the note of those names, let's introduce the rosters for the two teams coming in today, starting with the visiting Natick High Red Hawks, who we see over here on our left in their blue warm-ups. Going in order of jersey number for Natick, first off, we have a junior, number 2, Christina Lopas. Next, a freshman, number 3, Lily Downing. A senior captain, number 4, Katie Stopka. A freshman, number 5, Bridget Pohl. A junior, number 11, Addie Roby. A junior, number 12, Kira Henderson. A senior captain, number 21, True Liner. A sophomore, number 22, Ali Costantin. A senior, number 23, Remy Shapiro. A junior, number 24, Sammy Collins. A junior, number 25, Olivia Penn. And a sophomore, number 33, Katie McMahon. Head coach of the Natick High girls basketball team is Oryx Cohen. So that's the roster for Natick. Now let's move over here to our right. And let's go through the roster for the hosting Brookline High Warriors. Going in order of jersey number for Brookline, first off, we have a junior captain, number 1, Olivia Zanini. Next, a sophomore, number 3, Jada Kimbrough. A sophomore, number 4, Ivy Wheeler. A junior, number 11, Kyrie Simmons. A sophomore, number 13, Nefeli Aga Kitch. A sophomore, number 14, Sylvie Costant Greeley. A junior, number 15, Amelie Hauner. A junior captain, number 21, Olivia Matarazza. A sophomore, number 22, Viviana McDonald. A junior, number 23, Julia Denker. A senior captain, number 24, G.G. McMahon. And a senior, number 35, Stephanie Gravely. Head coach of the Brookline High girls basketball team is Kendall Jones. So there are the two rosters. We'll soon be getting this one underway. Warriors versus Redhawks, Brookline versus Natick. I'm Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, and you are watching Brookline High Basketball. Dribbling through, goes for the layup, gets the roll. Now Bryant throws one up to Matarazza for two. Pass out to Sherrick. Sherrick drives in, blocked by McMahon. A 13-3 run, and it's picked loose by Bryant. Bryant picks it up, throws it from down on the floor, gets to Mattis for two. Mattis floats it inside to Gravely. Gravely goes in for it and hits it. How about Stephanie Gravely scrapping to the hoop for two? Rebound by Mattis. Mattis chucks it up to McMahon. No one in her way. Fast break layup for G.G. McMahon.
Assistance, please call upon a school or security official.
All right, those were our starting lineups and national anthem. We will soon be tipping off here. Brookline's starting lineup: Olivia Zanini, Jada Kimbrough, Nefeli Aga-Kitch, Olivia Matarazza, and Gigi McMahon. For Natick, Katie Stopka, Kira Henderson, Bridget Pohl, True Liner, and Sammy Collins. Bridget Pohl appears to be actually wearing number 15 rather than the 5 that was listed on the roster, so slight correction there. As the two teams line up to tip off, it'll be the two number 21s, Olivia Matarazza for Brookline, True Liner for Natick. Warriors versus Redhawks, here we go. The tip is controlled by Nefeli Aga-Kitch for Brookline. She throws it up top to Jada Kimbrough. Kimbrough surveying, dribbling to her left, stopping, coming back. Going around a pick again, gives it over to Zanini. Zanini dribbles across, tries to drive in, hits traffic, kicks out to McMahon. McMahon is called for traveling. Brookline showing press here on their first defensive possession as the inbound is juggled, but is collected by Bridget Pohl. Pohl dribbling against Kimbrough. Looking for somewhere to go, throws a pass, knocked down and intercepted by McMahon. Gigi McMahon hands off to Zanini. Zanini throws it up top to Aga-Kitch. Aga-Kitch driving in, tried to throw a pass out, saves it after the deflection. It's deflected several which ways, out of bounds. Last touched by Brookline. I think they're saying that Aga-Kitch touched it out of bounds before it hit the ground. So it's Natick ball. Number 4, Katie Stopka, dribbling with it, breaks the press, passes it over to Pohl. Pohl running in, throws an extra pass and sails it way high. Was looking to get that one to, I believe, Sammy Collins, but pass sailed so high it almost looked like a shot. No score in the first minute as Kimbrough brings it up. Turns around, pass, nobody was there, but it's chased down by Aga-Kitch. Lucky break for Brookline there as Aga-Kitch unloads from 3, no good. But the rebound is tipped to Aga-Kitch and she travels. Crazy to think about that 3-point attempt from Aga-Kitch was the first shot attempt from either side. It took about a minute. And we've got another travel as Kira Henderson juggled that pass and kept stepping. Pass floated into Olivia Matarazza, backing down, turn around, pass out to Zanini. Zanini fires long 2, no good. Rebound fought for and won by Stopka. Stopka throws it up to Henderson. Henderson sets up from the top, swings it over to True Liner. Liner dribbling across, turning around, looking, throws down low. Pass was deflected but recovered by Liner, throws out to Stopka, now inside to Collins, back out to Liner. Liner from the top of the key, turns around, gives to Collins. Collins throws it out to Henderson. Henderson for 3, no good. Rebound by Stopka, turnaround, putback is good. Katie Stopka with the game's first points 2 minutes in. Kimbrough bringing up the ball, and a timeout is called by Brookline. A low-scoring start to this one. Just 2 points total from these two teams in the first 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Brookline coming off a low-scoring affair against Lincoln Sudbury yesterday. Through 3 quarters, the score of that one was 27-21. Before Lincoln Sudbury found their rhythm in the 4th quarter and outscored Brookline 14-5 in the final frame. Brookline, after graduating a very deep and high-scoring class of 2023 last year, still trying to find that their offensive identity a bit. In the first game against Framingham, there wasn't really anywhere they could go inside. They went for a lot of mid-range and long-range shots. Against Lincoln Sudbury, though, their best looks were on driving lanes to the hoop where they just kind of struggled to finish sometimes. So still looking to find things. And so far, only 2 players for Brookline have had multiple made field goals in both games. Those 2 being Nefeli Agakich, who leads the team in scoring, averaging 7.5 per game, and Olivia Mataraza, who is averaging 4.5 per game, tied for second on the team. Kimbrough fires a shot and banks it in. First bucket for Brookline comes from Jada Kimbrough. Natick breaks the press, Pole racing in, layup off the side of the backboard, and it's collected by Zanini. Throw is deflected. Good defense by Henderson, but it is recovered by Agakich. Agakich drives, kicks out to McMahon. McMahon runs in, throws it up top to Mataraza. Long 2, no good. Rebound is won by Liner, and she draws the foul from Zanini. Looking at a replay of Brookline's first bucket as Kimbrough just ran in and banked it in from a long 2. Natick breaks the press again, gets it up to Henderson. Now a throw up to Collins. Collins puts it up and in. Good passing from Natick that time as they break Brookline's press. 4-2 the lead as Kimbrough was driving, but they're going to call the illegal pick on Gigi McMahon. Second team foul. That's clearly not her third personal. Throw in goes to Stupka. Now given over to Henderson. Henderson swings it over to Pole. Pole up top, floats it into Collins. Collins goes up and in. Sammy Collins with some nice off-ball movement down low through the past couple possessions. She's now got 4 points. Zanini leaves it for Kimbrough. Kimbrough from the top, steps in long 2, no good. Rebound collected by Henderson, knocked loose by Zanini, but not cleanly. That is Zanini's second personal, third team foul. A couple of substitutions for Brookline. Number 14, Sylvie Costant-Greeley into the game. And for Natick, number 22, Allie Costanton, and number 33, Katie McMahon into the game, as well as number 25, Olivia Penn. As Penn runs in, shot no good, rebound almost had by McMahon. Kimbrough knocks it loose, but loses it out of bounds. Six to 2, the Natick lead midway through the first. Inbound goes to Pole. Pole looking, gives it out to Penn. Penn looking around, swings it to Henderson on the wing. Henderson throws it down low through traffic. It's lost and taken away by McMahon. McMahon gives to Kimbrough. Kimbrough steps in, floats it over to the corner to Costant-Greeley, throws it inside, deflected a couple times, and stolen away. This is Pole running with it. Pole going up, misses the lay-in, rebounded by Kimbrough. Kimbrough bringing it up. Swings it over to Costant-Greeley. Costant-Greeley tried to pass out the double team, was blocked by Henderson, but Costant-Greeley somehow recovered it and floats a pass over to Agakich. Agakich throws to the corner to Kimbrough. Kimbrough dribbles out of it, swings over to Costant-Greeley, floats it over. Agakich for 3, banks it in for 3. A big three-pointer from Nefeli Agakich cuts the Natick lead down to 1. Pass goes over to Penn, inside Costanton, banks it in for 2. Natick doing well from close range so far. Their forwards battling well down in the post as Kimbrough drives in, pass, gets through traffic to Mataraza. Matarazza gets fouled. They're going to call that one on Pole. That'll be her first, team's first, as Stupka comes back into the game replacing Pole. Inbound to Matarazza. Matarazza battling down low, misses the lay-in. It's recovered by Costantin. Again, nice post moves from Brookline's forwards, but just struggling to finish down low. Penn now at the ball, picks up her dribble, floats a pass, gets it to McMahon. McMahon backing down, turns around, shoots, no good. Rebound Matarazza. Again, good defense down low from Aga Kitch as she throws it up to Costin Greeley, and Costin Greeley travels. She wanted that three-point shot just a little too much and couldn't stop her forward momentum and ended up with the travel. Inbound to Stupka, gives it back to Penn. 8-5 in the last 2 minutes of the quarter. Penn gives it over to Henderson, down low to Costantin. Costantin travels. These refs are not letting those walks walk from either team. We've seen a number of travel calls as Brookline subs out both of their forwards. They bring in number 23, Julia Denker, and number 35, Stephanie Gravely. Gravely trying to break the press, gives it over to Costin Greeley. Up to Kimbrough. Kimbrough down low to Denker. Denker lost the ball, recovered by Gravely, knocked out of bounds by the Natick defense. It'll stay Brookline ball with 1:38 to go here in the quarter. A substitution for Brookline. Number 4, Ivy Wheeler, comes in replacing Aga Kitch. Inbound bounced into Gravely. Quick shot, no good. Rebound, chase down, won by McMahon. McMahon on the run, turns around, shot no good, draws the foul. That'll be against Kimbrough, her first personal, 4th team foul. First shot from McMahon is good. And 1 for 2 at the line. Rebound is won by Costantin and draws another Brookline foul, and this will put them in the bonus. With 5 fouls in the quarter, they call that on Denker, first personal 5th team foul for the first quarter bonus, and Costantin will go to the line for 2. First one is good. Second one, no good. Again, 1 for 2 at the line this time. Rebound taken by Denker, up to Gravely, and Gravely is going to travel. And a timeout is called by Natick. As we check out a replay of Brookline's last basket on the three-pointer by Aga Kitch. But since then, Natick has scored 4 unanswered, now leads by 5. Elliot Schickler of Patch.com in the live chat. How do they have 3 fouls on McMahon? This is only her first foul. This needs to be fixed. And, yeah, it seems they fixed it with Denker's first foul. But up to that point, everyone was showing their 3rd personal. So that was clearly just an error of the scoreboard. I believe the distribution of personal fouls for Brookline is 2 on Olivia Zanini, and then 1 each on Gigi McMahon, Jada Kimbrough, and Julia Denker. For Natick, just 1 personal foul this quarter, and that was on Bridget Pole. 1:22 on the clock here in the first. Penn looking, throws, deflected away by Kimbrough. Chase after it, and McMahon falls on it and gets it to Costantin. Costantin blocked by Denker, and it's recovered by Costin Greeley. Her pass deflected, but it goes right back to her. Gives it to Kimbrough in the corner. Kimbrough running in, kicks out, but too many steps before the pass. Another travel call. I'll tell you, this isn't the NBA, folks. They're not going to let those travels go, as that one is let go for an out of bounds. And pass floated in, almost deflected, but it is recovered by Gravely. Gravely runs through, somehow gets a pass out to Costin Greeley. Costin Greeley, long two attempt, no good. Rebound is won by Costanton. She rips it away from both Danker and Wheeler. Penn gives to Henderson. Henderson looking around, throws it up. Complete to Stupka, and they're going to call the foul on Gravely. And that is going to send Stupka to the line. That'll be Gravely's first personal foul. Stupka off on the first. And 1 for 2. 3 straight 1 for 2s to the line, and it's stolen away by Penn. Shot missed, rebound McMahon, putback missed, rebound Gravely. Gravely running with it, chucks it up to Wheeler. Wheeler from the wing gives to Gravely. Gravely steps in, gets walled by the defensive McMahon, and McMahon forces the jump ball. Possession arrow to Natick. Natick's going to bring the stack deep on their side of the court with 18.5 seconds left in the quarter. Penn throws it in, finds a wide open McMahon with a clear path to the hoop for 2. The stack strategy pays off huge, as we got a foul called on Natick, as McMahon again was grabbing at the ball against Gravely, but this time couldn't do it cleanly. Wheeler inbounds to Kimbrough. Kimbrough around a pick, breaks the press. Pass blocked by Henderson, but recovers it herself, and they can't get a shot off before time expires. That will be the end of the first quarter. Our score at the end of 1, Natick 13, Brookline 5. For Natick, actually for both teams, only one player has 2 made field goals so far, and that is Natick's Sammy Collins. She leads all scorers with 4 points. Katie Stupka, Allie Costanton, and Katie McMahon each with 3. And that rounds out the scoring for Natick. For Brookline, 3 from Nefeli Agakich and 2 from Jada Kimbrough. Now we start the second quarter. Brookline with the first possession. Kimbrough gives it over to Costin Greeley, back to Kimbrough. Kimbrough up top gives to McMahon, throws to the corner, and it's knocked out of bounds by Collins. Throw in goes to McMahon. McMahon picks up her dribble, gives it out to Costin Greeley. Swings it across to Wheeler, now out to Kimbrough. Now swung across to Costin Greeley, back to Kimbrough. Kimbrough to the corner to Wheeler. Wheeler running in, layup, no good. Rebound tipped several which ways and chased down by Penn. Penn throws it up to Liner. Liner running with it. Hands it off. This is Henderson running in. Shot, no good, well contested. And it's rebounded by McMahon, who's running in transition, turns around, gives it out to Denker. Denker running baseline, forced the layup, no good. Rebound Stupka. Gives over to Henderson. Henderson over to Liner. Liner kicks it out to Penn. Penn steps in, long two is good. Olivia Penn with the first basket of the second quarter, and Brookline calls timeout. You know, we've seen a number of times this season that Brookline understands the fundamentals of moving the ball around. It's just a matter of, you know, having the handles and having the shooting touch to get the ball in the hoop. It's still a struggle for the team. So far defensively, it's been a solid night for Brookline, holding Natick to just 15 thus far. But they've still let, you know, a couple of players get behind them. You know, we saw with that stacked inbound to McMahon, how McMahon just got away from everybody for a breakaway score off an inbound. And then we saw once when Natick broke their press, they got to a player that got slightly behind the defense. I think it was Collins who got that short-range bucket off that play. Zanini bringing up the ball, gives over to Costin Greeley. Floats it back, gets it to Zanini despite the attempt from Penn. Throws to the corner to Wheeler. Wheeler, bounce pass through to Zanini. Zanini misses the layup. Rebound by Henderson. Henderson running it across in transition. Throws it over to Liner. Liner dribbling, looking. Bounce pass through to Penn, and Penn lays it in. Costin Greeley gives to Zanini. Zanini got a very nice look last time, some good passing, but just couldn't finish. Passing around, Wheeler mid-range, no good. Rebound tipped and won by Penn. Penn dribbling, almost lost it, but recovers and gives to Liner. Liner up top to Penn. Penn around the pick, but it's an illegal pick called on Stupka. That is her first personal, as Bridget Pohl comes back in for Natick and Nefeli Agakic re-enters the game for Brookline. Zanini swings it over to Agakic. Agakic looking, throws it to the corner to McMahon. McMahon gets it away to Agakic. Agakic gives it over to Zanini. Zanini out to the corner. Wheeler for three, no good. Rebound, put back, score by Gigi McMahon. First bucket of the second frame for Brookline comes from their senior captain. Stupka stepping in, blocked twice by McMahon. Deflection goes back out to Pohl, who gives it back to Stupka, and Stupka travels. How about the defense from Gigi McMahon after collecting her first bucket of the year on the putback? McMahon has always been known as a strong defender, even last year, as Zanini runs in, pass deflected, goes out to Agakich. Agakich dribbling, drives in, nice step, couldn't finish. Rebound by Costanton. Pole throws it up to Penn. Penn throws it up, gets to Collins, out to Costanton. Costanton drives in, goes up, no good. Rebound, tipped, recovered by Matarazza. Now McMahon running with it, throws it to the corner. Shot from the corner, no good. Rebound fought for, knocked loose, and we got a loose ball foul on the Redhawks. 2 subs checking in now for Natick. McMahon and Henderson into the game, replacing Collins and Penn. As I think, I'm not sure that foul was called on, but Matarazza goes up and in. Good battle down in the post by Olivia Matarazza. 17-9. Throw down low to McMahon. Kicks it out to Costanton. Costanton double dribbles. Look back at the replay of Matarazza's bucket as Natick calls timeout. 17-9. Currently the Natick lead. Leading the way for Natick, 4 points each from Sammy Collins and Olivia Penn. 3 points each from Katie Stupka, Ali Costanton, and Katie McMahon. Those 4 points from Olivia Penn, the only points so far this quarter for Natick as we're midway through the second. For Brookline, Nefeli Agakich still leading them with 3 points, while Jada Kimbrough, Olivia Matarazza, and Gigi McMahon each have 2. And those 2 points from Matarazza and McMahon account for Brookline's only points this quarter, as each team has only scored 4 points through the first 4 minutes of the second. And again, there are times where you see that Brookline, they got the fundamentals, they got some of the moves. You know, you look at that nice pass to Zanini or that, nice Euro step from Agakich, and both times just couldn't finish at the rim. So, just some growing pains for this young Brookline squad. Wheeler, pass out of the triple team to Zanini, shot is in. Zanini finishes that time, cuts the lead down to 6. McMahon throws it down low to Costanton. Costanton looking around, well covered, kicks out to Henderson, up top to Penn, back to Henderson. Henderson fires from 3, no good. Rebound, Costanton, put back, no good. McMahon tried to put it back, again missed, and this time McMahon with the rebound. Pass stolen away by Pole. Pole running in, pulls up for a jumper, no good off the rim bounce. Rebound by Agakich. Agakich holding it, escapes out of the scrum there and runs with it. Agakich running, throws a pass, intercepted again, this time by Costanton. Given out to Pole. Pole running with it, turns around, looks, passes over to McMahon, now throws to a cutting Costanton, layup no good, rebound, lost out of bounds, last touched by Natick. Jada Kimbrough checks into the game for Brookline, replacing Zanini. Natick showing press. Inbound goes to Kimbrough. Kimbrough has got the speed to break the press, but lost her balance, lost track of her steps and travels. Penn bringing it up. Pass goes up to Costanton from the corner, no good. Rebound collected by Kimbrough. Kimbrough running with it. Pass deflected by Penn and last touched by Penn. Collins back into the game for Natick, replacing Costanton, while coming in for the first time for Brookline is number 15, Amelie Hauner, replaces Ivy Wheeler. Kimbrough holding it up top. Dribbling, lost her handles, and it's taken away by Penn. Penn running, bounce pass, gets away from Henderson, out of bounds. (17-11), the Natick lead. Kimbrough floats pass over to Aga Kitch. Aga Kitch dribbling, looking, gives it to Matarazza at the top of the key. Matarazza backing down, looking, steps in, too many steps. It was a nice move, just one step too many. And again, these refs have shown they're going to be tight on these travel calls, and you gotta adjust to whatever officiating you're getting. As Natick miscommunicates on that backdoor cut and loses it out of bounds. Kimbrough gives to Hauner. Hauner to Aga Kitch. Aga Kitch drives, kicks out to Kimbrough. Kimbrough gives back out to Aga Kitch. Aga Kitch swings over to Hauner. Hauner looking, pass intercepted by Penn. Penn read that one perfectly and is blocked by Aga Kitch. Nice defensive play on the recovery by Nefeli Aga Kitch. Minute 23 left here in the second. Inbound. Gets into Collins, and she keeps track of it. Throws it over to Pohl. Pohl around the pick. Throws it through a couple players' hands and out of bounds. Strong defensive game from both teams, as neither team has reached 20 points yet here in the first half. Kimbrough gives to Hauner. Hauner to Aga Kitch. Aga Kitch gives out to McMahon. McMahon spins, goes in, is blocked, but not cleanly. I think that foul was called on Collins. The scoreboard has just kind of given up on showing personal fouls as McMahon misses her first free throw. Stopka and Liner check back into the game, replacing McMahon and Pohl. I think one more checked in, I'm not sure. McMahon 0 for 2 at the line as Collins grabs the rebound. Penn bringing it up, swings it over to Henderson. Henderson down low to Liner. Liner bounces a pass through to Collins, who passes it out to Stopka. Stopka out to Penn. Penn off a pick, floats it down low to Collins. Collins shot off the top of the backboard as she was trying to float that over the long arm of Matarazza. 30 seconds left in the first half as Kimbrough walks it up. Over to Hauner. Hauner hands off to Aga Kitch. Aga Kitch drives, lost the ball, out of bounds. Now Penn throws a long pass complete to Henderson. Bounce pass to Liner. Liner lost the ball, but it was last touched by Brookline. 5.6 seconds left in the second quarter. Henderson looking around. Pass is a jump ball forced by Hauner, who was defending Penn on that play. Possession arrow to Natick. 4.3 seconds left in the quarter. Stopka looking, off a pick, gets it into Penn, tries the three, no good. Rebound Kimbrough. Kimbrough running with it, but no time to get a shot off before the horn sounds. Our score at half, the Natick Redhawks 17, the Brookline Warriors 11. In a first half defined very heavily by the defense, as we once again show the replay of the nice chase down block by Nefeli Agakic, who still leads Brookline in scoring with 3 points, while 4 other players have 2 points each. Olivia Zanini, Jada Kimbrough, Olivia Matarazza, and Gigi McMahon, each with 2. No points off the bench yet for Brookline. For Natick, Sammy Collins and Olivia Penn leading the way with 4 points each, while Katie Stupka, Allie Costanton, and Katie McMahon each have 3. That is the scoring for the half. During this halftime break, I'd like to direct your attention to the description section of this video for some helpful links. First, a link to the official booster club for the Brookline High girls basketball program. If you would like to support the program financially, you can donate to their official Venmo account down in the description section below. Also, some helpful links relating to our local charity spotlight, Brookline Cares. Brookline Cares is a volunteer organization run by BHS students which seeks to raise awareness and funds to help people experiencing homelessness. Brookline Cares works closely with an organization called the Empowerment Plan. The Empowerment Plan hires and trains people experiencing homelessness to manufacture their special type of coat, known as the Empower Coat, which can double as a sleeping bag. The coats help to keep those struggling with homelessness warm during these colder winter months, while the jobs manufacturing the coats can help break the cycle of homelessness through gainful employment. Over the past 3 years, Brookline Cares has purchased and distributed over 200 Empower coats and 1,000 pairs of Bombas socks to local community organizations and emergency departments that care for the homeless, and you can help them bring more warmth to those in need. Down in the description section of this video, you can find a link on the website classy.org where you can donate money to the Brookline Cares team, supporting their efforts to purchase and distribute more Empower coats. Or if you're a student interested in joining Brookline Cares, you can find another link in the description section, this time to the organization's website on wixsite.com, where you can find more information about the group and how you can contact them. Once again, check out those links in the description section down below and help spread the warmth this winter with Brookline Cares. So that is going to do it for the first half. Natick 17, Brookline 11. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan here at Schlunz Jam. I'm going to take a break and mute the mic, but I will be back for the third quarter of play. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, back on the mic. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from Schluntz Gym on the campus of Brookline High School in Brookline, Massachusetts, for this high school varsity girls basketball contest between Bay State Conference rivals Brookline and Natick. Right now, the visiting Natick Redhawks hold a 17-11 advantage as we get ready to start the third quarter of this game, and our first inbound is intercepted. Natick's Kira Henderson throws it to Bridget Pohl, who hits the layup. And that is how the second half starts. And another takeaway for Natick, again by Henderson. Kira Henderson hustling on defense to start the third quarter. Now dribbles, gives it out to True Liner. Now to Sammy Collins, out Katie Stupka, three-pointer no good, rebound is collected by Henderson. Henderson all over the loose balls so far, as that one got loose but was recovered by Pohl. Pohl throws to Stupka, fakes, runs in, and gets smothered by Gigi McMahon, and that's going to force a jump ball, possession arrow to Natick. Looking around, Stupka runs out of time, 5-second inbound violation, and it'll be Brookline ball. Jada Kimbrough across half court, looks around, swings it over to Nefeli Agakic. Now over to Olivia Zanini. Zanini looking, floats a pass, deflected and taken away by Stupka. Gives now to Liner. Liner up to Pohl. Pohl throws it inside to Stupka. Stupka going up. Shot no good, but the foul is called on Matarazza. That'll be her first team foul. Stupka off on the first. And we got a lane violation against Natick, and so the second one doesn't count. Brookline now bringing it up. This is Agakic giving it over to Kimbrough. Kimbrough to Agakic. Agakic crossing over, now gives it out to Kimbrough. Kimbrough steps in, long two is hit. Jada Kimbrough, the first Brookline player with multiple made shots today. She's got 4 and leads the team, and Henderson travels. As we take a look at the replay from that last bucket. Now the inbound gets away from Agakic and out of bounds. Seems like Brookline thought that it might have been deflected out by Natick. But after the conference, it is confirmed that it's Natick ball, as Sylvie Costant-Greeley checks into the game, replacing Olivia Zanini. Collins, long two, no good. Rebound by McMahon, fends off the defense of Pohl and gives the ball to Kimbrough. Kimbrough manages to keep her dribble. Dribbling, running, floater is in. How about Jada Kimbrough this quarter? 6 points now for Kimbrough as Henderson running with it, gives to Stupka. Stupka travels. Looking back at the replay of Kimbrough's running floater as a timeout is now called. Jada Kimbrough now leads all scores with 6 points. And Brookline is now within 4 of Natick. Boy, interestingly enough, this 19-15 mark actually matches the score at the end of the first quarter of Brookline's game against Framingham on Tuesday. But of course, Brookline wasn't able to keep up that pace the rest of the game and ended up getting beat by Framingham 68-34 in that one. But since then, Brookline's defense has done a pretty effective job of limiting their opponents while their offense is, still figuring things out. 5:32 on the clock here in the third quarter. And we got a note in the live chat from Kat Jones. A very simple go Brookline. Out of the timeout, it is Brookline ball. Kimbrough swings it over to Costant Greeley, who now gives it to Aga Kitch. Now over to Kimbrough. Kimbrough sprinting in, gives the extra pass, and it was one pass too many as Natick takes it away. Henderson throws it up to Liner. Liner driving in, shot blocked by Matarazza. No foul called as Matarazza gets a clean block that time. Inbound, knocked out of bounds by Kimbrough. Again, this has been a game really defined just as much by strong defensive play from both sides as it has been by offensive struggles. Oh, Penn didn't get her feet back inbounds in time, and so that'll be Brookline ball. Like I said, you get some plays where defense doing really good and then some plays where the offense just being kind of sloppy. Mix of both is what's given us this low-scoring outing so far. Costin Greeley throws up to Kimbrough. Kimbrough's pass back, intercepted by Penn. Penn running in transition, gives it to Costanton as she's fouled from behind. That pass was almost seemed to be by accident. She was dribbling and Costanton was just in front of her. Foul appears to be against Aga Kitch. Second team foul. Ignore the personal foul count on the scoreboard. That's been wrong all night as Costanton off on the first. And she misses them both. Rebound is tipped and chased down by Matarazza, but the pass deflected, but it is recovered by McMahon. Now given up to Aga Kitch. Aga Kitch sprinting in. Aga Kitch looking around, kicks it out. Kimbrough for three. No good. Short. Rebound chased down by Costanton. Almost ran out of room, but gets the pass away. And now Natick with some space. Penn throws it up to Collins. Back out to Penn, and Penn hits the baseline jumper. A nice extra pass that time from Collins. Under the hoop, but still went for the extra pass to the open teammate. As Penn now leads is tied with Kimbrough for the game lead with 6 points. That one out of bounds, last touched by Natick. Wheeler back in for Brookline, replacing Aga Kitch. Pohl back in for Natick, replacing Liner. Inbound to Matarazza. Matarazza throws inside. McMahon barely recovers it, gets swarmed, almost loses the ball, but somehow chases it down and passes it away to Matarazza. Matarazza backing down along the baseline, turning around, smothered, but fouled on the shot. That foul is against Costanton, first personal, first team. And Matarazzo will go to the line for 2. Off on the first. And off on the second. It's been a while since we've seen a made free throw from either side as a home run pass gets to Henderson, and Henderson finishes. A big basket there makes it an 8-point contest. Wheeler with the ball. Now gives to McMahon. McMahon looking around, gives to Kimbrough. Kimbrough unloads from 3 and is short again. Penn bringing it up. Throws it down to Costanton. Costanton backing down, kicks out. Henderson. Henderson travels. McMahon back into the game for Natick, replaces Collins. Kimbrough walking it up. Calling for a pick, and they call an illegal pick on McMahon. That'll be her second personal, third team foul. Henderson dribbling against the pressure from Wheeler, breaks half court and sails her pass out of bounds. Gravely back into the game for Brookline, replacing Matarazzo. Kimbrough brings it up. Kimbrough racing in, kicks it out. Wheeler looking, gives to Kimbrough. Kimbrough throws it over to Gravely. Gravely fires mid-range, no good. Rebound, Kimbrough. Kimbrough looking, pass down low to Gravely. Gravely turnaround, no good. Rebound by Pohl. Pohl throws up to Henderson, over to Costanton. Costanton lays it in and 1. That'll be Kimbrough's second personal, 4th team foul. As Stopka back into the game replaces Henderson, and Costanton will go to the line for the end 1. Off on the end 1. It's rebounded by Wheeler. Costanton now with 5 points as they give to Gravely. Shot from 3 is good. Gravely cuts into the double-digit lead and brings it back down to 7. Pohl holding the ball, throws it down low, knocked loose. And it's a jump ball as Gravely got her hands on it. Possession arrow to Brookline. Zanini back into the game for Brookline, replacing Constant Greeley. Kimbrough walking it up. Kimbrough around a pick. Kimbrough drives, lost the ball, recovered by McMahon. McMahon kicks it out to Kimbrough, up top to Wheeler, over to Gravely. Gravely fakes, steps, blocked on the long 2 by Costanton, and it's recovered by Stopka. Throws it up to Penn. Penn looking, floats it inside, deflected by Wheeler, intercepted by Kimbrough. Kimbrough running with it, running floater, no good. Rebound tipped, won by Wheeler, and Wheeler travels. A minute left in the quarter. McMahon bringing it up, gives it back to Pohl. Pohl around the pick, swings it over to Penn. Penn inside to Costanton, shot no good, rebound, recovered by Costanton. Wheeler battles for it and commits the foul. That'll be the team limit for Brookline, and that will send Costanton to the line. That's Wheeler's first, team fifth. Costanton will go to the line for 2. First free throw is good from Costanton. She is now tied with Olivia Penn for the team lead with 6 points. And she hits them both. And now Costanton checks out for Collins with 41.6 seconds left here in the third. Kimbrough looking, and crossover opponent pass lost by Gravely, and they got a dive on it, and they force the jump ball. Possession arrow to Natick. And we got a foul called on Kimbrough off ball, and that, with the bonus, is going to send Natick to the line. Olivia Penn now goes to the line. And she's off on the first. And she's 1 for 2. Kimbrough bringing it up, gives to Gravely. Gravely unloads from 3, misses, rebound by Collins, and Collins sails her pass out of bounds. A 10-point lead for the Redhawks here in the third, 28-18. Kimbrough walking it up around a pick. Kicks it out. Zanini from the corner. No good. Short. Rebound by Pohl. Pohl pass over to Penn. Penn running in. Floater. No good. Short. And the putback not in time. That will end the third quarter. At the end of 3, the score, the Natick Redhawks 28, the Brookline Warriors 18. Natick really started to find a bit of an offensive rhythm in that one. 11 points in that third quarter compared to Brookline's 7 points. So both teams a little higher scoring in that quarter, but Natick pulling further and further ahead. Leading scorers so far for Natick, Allie Costanton and Olivia Penn with 7 points each. Sammy Collins with 4. Katie Stopka and Katie McMahon with 3 points each. And Kira Henderson and Bridget Pohl with 2 points each. For Brookline, Jada Kimbrough leads the way with 6 points. Nefeli Agakich and Stephanie Gravely with 3 points each. And Olivia Matarazza and Gigi McMahon with 2 points each. As this was Brookline's last made bucket on the 3 by Gravely. Brookline with the opening possession of the final quarter. Pass tipped but recovered by Gravely. Gravely stepped. Another travel call, as there have been plenty on both sides tonight. Inbound to Liner. Liner looking, pass to an open McMahon, long two, no good, rebound Collins. Collins, extra pass, tipped and stolen away by Julia Denker. Aga Kitsch now running with it. Aga Kitsch running in, kicks out to Zanini. Zanini running in, tried the running floater, no good. Pole rebounds. Pole throws it up to McMahon. McMahon runs in and has a lane to the hoop for two. 5 points now for McMahon as Natick now leads by 12. Pass over to Wheeler. Wheeler gives to Zanini. Zanini driving in, draws the foul. That foul will be against Penn. Or on Collins, her first personal, first team foul. Aga Kitsch dribbling in, turning around, forced the shot a bit, no good, rebound Collins. Now given out to Pole. Pole running, and a charge. Ivy Wheeler with the charge take, and that'll give the ball back to Brookline. Substitution, Henderson comes into the game replacing Penn. This is Zanini walking it up, around a pick, driving in, layup is blocked and saved briefly, but still out of bounds, Brookline ball. Inbound, knocked out of bounds by Henderson. Now inbounded to Zanini. Zanini pass gets to Aga Kitsch. Aga Kitsch. And a foul called on Pole. And a timeout is called by Natick as they have quickly got 3 team fouls here in the fourth quarter. 2 more and Brookline will be shooting the bonus for the rest of the game. That said, Brookline is really going to need to find some kind of offensive explosion to get back in this one, as Natick currently leads by 12. Inbound goes to Zanini. Zanini dribbles around a pick, drives in, kicks out to Wheeler. Wheeler running in, pass out to Zanini from the top of the key. Shot no good. Rebound is collected by Denker, but they call a foul. And that's going to be against Natick. On Natick, that's going to be against McMahon, her second team's 4th. Just 1 more foul, and Brookline will be shooting the bonus for the rest of the fourth quarter. Zanini looking around, floats one up, intercepted by Penn. Penn dribbling, driving, and traveling. Lost control over dribble and ended up kind of pinning it against her leg, and that led to the step counting towards a travel. Zanini sees a lane, drives in, layup is in. Zanini now with 4 points today, and it is a 10-point game. Pass flies up to Liner. Liner driving in, shot no good. Foul is going to be called on Denker. First personal, first team foul. And Liner will go to the line for 2. Off on the first. Allie Costanton back in for Natick, replacing Katie McMahon. And 1 for 2 at the line. Liner has her first point of the night. Aga Kitch bringing it up, throws to the corner to Wheeler. Wheeler fakes, runs baseline, floater, no good. Rebound, putback is going to draw a foul. As that's going to be called on Costanton. That'll be her second personal, 5th team foul. It was already a shooting foul, so Denker would have gone to the line for 2 regardless, but now any foul against Natick is going to send Brookline to the line for 2 free throws. And Denker is off on the first. And she's 1 for 2. Inbound to Henderson, over to Penn. And a timeout is called by Natick. As we look back at the replay of Zanini's layup. Scoring totals so far. Costanton and Penn still lead the way for Natick with 7 points each. McMahon's got 5, Collins with 4, Stopka with 3, Henderson and Pohl with 2 each, and Liner with 1. For Brookline, Kimbrough with 6, Zanini with 4, Aga Kitch and Gravely with 3 each, Matarazza and McMahon with 2 each, and Denker with 1. Still a 10-point game with 5:17 on the clock here in the 4th quarter. Out of the timeout, it is Natick ball. Penn bringing it up. Quick trap is passed out of. Liner chucks it across to Henderson. Henderson throws it up top to Stopka, over to Liner, down low to Collins. Collins pass over to Stopka, and Stopka lays it in. Stopka now with 5 today. Some good passing from Natick to break the more aggressive defensive strategy from Brookline in that possession. Aga Kitch throws it into Matarazza. Matarazza backing down, turn around, blocked, but not cleanly. That foul will go against Stopka. 3rd personal. Natick in the bonus. And Matarazza to the line for 2. In and out on the first. And she's 1 for 2 at the line. Liner throws it up, finds Stopka, back out to Liner. Liner gives it to Penn. Penn from the top, dribbles, stops, fires, no good, well short, and that will bounce out of bounds. Zanini Brings it up, around a pick, driving in, going in, and hits it! Olivia Zanini with another nice drive to the hoop. She's now got 6, tied for the team lead. Quick passing gets it up to an open Stopka, who hits the shot. Stopka now tied for her team lead with 7. Zanini drives in, kicks out. Wheeler from the corner, no good. Rebound is won by Penn. Penn settles at the top, gives over to Henderson. Henderson to Liner. Liner drives in, shot no good. They call the foul on McMahon. Looking back at the replay, Zanini with just a nice drive to the hoop there, but now off the foul from McMahon. Liner misses her first. McMahon back into the game for Collins for Natick. Kimbrough and Costin Greeley back in for Brookline, replacing Agakich and Wheeler. And 1 for 2. Liner now at 2 points today. Kimbrough bringing it up. Kimbrough around a pick, and they call the illegal pick on Matarazza. And the inbound is tipped and chased down by McMahon. McMahon almost lost it, but recovers, gets to Kimbrough. Kimbrough chucks it up to the corner. Driving in is Zanini, and Zanini finishes again. And a timeout is called by Brookline after the bucket. Olivia Zanini now with a team leading 8 points. Zanini finding a bit of a rhythm here in the 4th quarter, as this will be a new season high for her. She had 8 points on the season coming into today, and now has 8 points for this game. Jada Kimbrough also finding a bit of an offensive rhythm after getting just 1 point in the season opener against Framingham. She had 7 points against Lincoln Sudbury and has 6 so far today. Inbound to Penn. Penn breaks the press, runs in, stops, throws it out to Stopka. Stopka inside, the ball is juggled and lost, and it'll be Brookline ball. .310 on the clock here in the game. Natick leads 36-26. Not sure what that was about. Maybe the shot clock or something, but either way, play resumes. Kimbrough throws it inside through traffic. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow to Brookline as Henderson got her hands on that pass intended for Matarazza. Inbound to Matarazza, battles down low and hits it. Five points today for Olivia Matarazza. She keeps up her streak of multi-field goal games. She's hit multiple shots in each of Brookline's 3 games so far, and as of now is the only Brookline player who has done that. That shot well defended by Kimbrough, but then a block on the putback attempt by Henderson. That'll be against McMahon. That is her 4th personal, 4th team foul. And Henderson hits the first. And Sammy Collins back into the game for Natick. And second free throw is good. Henderson 2 for 2 and puts Natick back up by 10. Kimbrough on the wing, dribbles in, shot no good, rebound, bouncing, and it's collected by Henderson. Henderson throws it up to Penn. Penn picked loose, but Zanini couldn't chase it down before it went out of bounds. Throw in to Henderson. Henderson lost it briefly, but gets it back and passes away to Pohl. Down low, Collins lays it in. Collins now at 6 today as Natick goes back up by 12. Kimbrough throws it up top to Zanini. Zanini unloads and hits it. Deep three for Olivia Zanini. Is the highest scoring output from any Brookline player so far, as she's got 11. Pass down low, lost by Collins, picked up by Zanini. Zanini running with it, throws it up to Matarazza. Matarazza gives back to Zanini. Zanini deep two, no good. Rebound by Pohl, who gets the pass away to Penn. Penn holding it, gives it over to Pohl. Just a minute left in what is currently a 3-basket game. Natick leads by 9. Penn with the ball around the pick, runs in, floater inside to Collins, blocked but not cleanly. That'll be Matarazza's third personal, 5th team foul, both teams in the bonus. Collins in and out on the first. And off on the second as the rebound is chased down by McMahon and given to Zanini. Zanini running up with it. Zanini kicks it out to the corner. Costin Greeley off on the 3-ball. Rebound collected by McMahon. McMahon now running with it. And they tried to foul, but too late. As now Henderson holding it. Pohl with the ball now. Pohl dribbling with it. And they throw it up top to Penn. Penn throws it inside to Collins, and Collins travels. .2 seconds left. Brookline trailing by 9. Kimbrough sprints, runs into a defender, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Kimbrough. Penn back to Pohl. Pohl is fouled and will go to the line. .2 seconds as Kimbrough now checks out. As that, I think that was actually her 5th personal, and Aga Kitch will come back in. In and out on the first. And 1 for 2, and that makes it a 4-score game with 13 seconds left. Zanini kicks it out to Aga Kitch. Aga Kitch steps in mid-range, no good. Rebound tipped and collected by Pohl, and Pohl's just going to hold it as the last seconds tick away, and that will do it. The final score here at Schlunz Gym, the Natick High Redhawks 41, the Brookline High Warriors 31. Final individual stats for this one. Olivia Zanini led all scorers as she came alive in the fourth quarter. 11 points for the Brookline junior captain. Jada Kimbrough with 6 points. Olivia Matarazza with 5. Nefeli Agakich and Stephanie Gravely with 3 points each. Gigi McMahon with 2 and Julia Denker with 1. For Natick, Katie Stupka, Alika Stanton, and Olivia Penn with 7 points each to lead the way for Natick. Sammy Collins with 6. Katie McMahon with 5. Kira Henderson with 4. Bridget Pohl with 3. And True Liner with 2. So Brookline finishes their first week of the season going 0-3, but does show some defensive promise, holding their opponents to 41 points in each of their past 2 contests. You know, still a young, inexperienced team, still figuring things out. And, you know, they'll be back in action next week, and I'll be back to cover it. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Remember, if you enjoyed this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on some of my other sports live streams. I'll be back on air tomorrow afternoon for a 3 p.m. girls hockey game at Walter Brown Arena between these same 2 schools, Brookline and Natick. Be sure to stay tuned for that. Subscribing to the channel can help. Thank you to all those who brought the good vibes in the live chat. If there's anything you'd like to say after the live stream is concluded, you can say it in the comment section down below. Also, go down below to the description section of this video where you can find some helpful links. A link to the official Venmo account for Brookline High girls basketball if you want to support the program financially. Some links relating to our local charity spotlight, Brookline Cares. Find out how you can help spread the warmth amongst those struggling with homelessness in our community. And below that, or in the bottom right corner of your screen, you can find some links related to me. A link to my personal website, jessesports.com, where you can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. Also, if you want to skip past all that, you can email me directly with any questions or requests you may have. And you can follow me on Instagram, where I sometimes post highlights from previous live streams. But for this live stream, that is going to do it. Final score, Natick 41, Brookline 31. From Schlunz Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.